I wanted to come on here and just talk to you guys. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who's new, and you have inspired me to keep on making videos. Thank you so much. I've been gone for like 4 months, and then I came back, and since I came back, I gained almost over 1,000 people, which is very inspiring. The main focus of this video, what I have learned in my 34th year. If you watch my reaction videos recently, what I do is Google and I look up things. And it's always good to keep learning and to keep improving and to keep moving forward. But right now, my channel, PTB Productions, is at 21,396 subscribers. And I know that every single one of you is individual, and you're here for a reason, because you are trying to support your artists. You're trying to spend some time with other people. You're in the comment section. You're engaging with other people, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate that. I just can't believe that very soon I'm going to be 35. I'm going to be a 35-year-old man. Hopefully, because nothing is promised. Like, nothing is promised. And let me just try to speak clearly and correctly. So I went into Google what I have learned in my 34th year. The average watch time for my videos is about 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So most of the people are clicking off right now. But this video is most likely going to get like maybe 9 views total. But I wanted to take a moment and to just share some. Okay. In your 34th year, you might have learned the importance of self-compassion, the futility of worrying, how to focus on your own path, the power of consistent action over sporadic brilliance. Common themes include realizing that life isn't fair, the need to actively pursue your goals rather than waiting for opportunities, and understanding that relationships require active effort. You may also have learned the value of investing in yourself through personal development, nurturing deep, meaningful connections, and finding courage to embrace your true self. Embrace imperfection. I know I haven't done that. I still stammer, and you can get really self-conscious over your speech. And what that does is you get into a cycle like, oh, I stammered, and then you start to worry, and then you start to stammer more. So you got to embrace that you stumbled over your words, and then you got to keep moving forward. That's what I take from that. Accept that life isn't fair and that mistakes are just learning opportunities. According to focus on yourself, stop comparing your journey to others, and keep your eyes on your own paper to create your unique path and methods as suggested. Let go of worrying. Let go of worrying. Cultivate self-care. Be kind to yourself and understand that maintaining your health is crucial for your overall well-being. Consistency over sparkles. Understand that consistent effort and reliability lead to growth achievements than the occasional display of extraordinary talent. Take action, don't wait. Realize that good and things won't just happen. The age of 34 does not inherently have a single fixed meaning, but often signifies a time of increased maturity. Oh my goodness gracious. Maturity, reflection, and focus on legacy and long-term goals, moving beyond survival to consider impact. It can also represent a transition into the latter half of one's young adulthood, bringing new responsibilities, shifting priorities, and lessons learned from life experiences. I like that. I'm going to reread that. The age 34 does not inherently have a single fixed meaning, but often signifies a time of increased maturity, reflection, and focus on legacy and long-term goals, moving beyond survival to consider impact. It can also represent a transition into the latter half of one's young adulthood, bringing new responsibilities, shifting priorities, and lessons learned from life experiences. Life and personal development. maturity and experience, turning 34 is often associated with accumulating wisdom and gaining a tougher skin from weathering life storms and learning from experiences. I have a story I can tell you guys that happened not too long ago. It actually happened on the 22nd of September. It's not even that long ago. I was on a bus, public transportation, and I was sitting all the way in the back of the bus. I was on the bus for like an hour or so, and I heard the bus driver speaking loudly to a passenger, and they were saying, "Wake up, wake up, wake up." And after like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, I noticed that another passenger on the bus started to notice that the bus driver kept saying, wake up to this other passenger. So it was me, another guy, and another guy. So there's 3 people on the bus, and then there's the bus driver. So that's 4 total. So this other guy got up and he wanted to see what was going on in front of the bus. And after he got up, I started to get up too. And we walked towards the front of the bus to see what was going on, because the bus driver was talking to another passenger. Apparently this passenger passed out, and they were just like really out. And after 2 or 3 minutes of the bus driver trying to wake him up, they couldn't wake him up. So I got all the way to the front and I spoke to the bus driver and I said, "Did you check his pulse?" Because the person who was passed out was a man. And what I did was I took my 2 fingers, because I've seen this in movies and stuff, so I said, let me try it. I took my 2 fingers, I put it right here and tried to feel if his heart was beating. And I got to see that his heart was beating. And then after I did that, I looked to the bus driver, I said, "Did you check to see if he was breathing?" I put my 2 fingers under his nose and he was breathing, and I could see his chest moving, going in and out with, air. He was breathing. So, okay, we're almost at 11 minutes. So I said, okay, he's breathing, he's alive. And I was going to sit back down. And the bus driver said, this is his stop, this is his stop. So I didn't go back to my seat. I grabbed the person who was passed out. I grabbed his arm like that. And I shook him. Not too hard, not too hard. I just shook him enough to, wake someone up. And I shook him. And the person got up and he was fine. He was just really, really sleepy. And after a couple seconds, it took him to, wake up. He got off the bus. So, yeah, that happened on the 22nd. And the bus driver was a female. It doesn't matter what sex it was. But she was very appreciative for me doing that, because it's a scary situation. You don't know what to do in that situation. You don't want to grab somebody. You don't want to touch them. In that case, I did do that. I wanted to see if he was still, alive. But turns out it was all fine. But that was the first time I ever did anything like that. And yeah, the camera just shut off, but the sound is still going. But but life is, it's funny, So now I know it's exactly 11 minutes that the camera will stop. I don't even know if this video will be made. I didn't really have a plan for this video at all. But I want to say thank you to every single person who came here and subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to stay consistent with the channel and do more reaction videos. And I appreciate every single person who's giving me recommendations to other projects that I could possibly do in the future. I really appreciate it. And I really mean it. And I'm going to be 35 the day after tomorrow. 35 years old, which is crazy. Well, anyway, I hope you're doing well and staying safe. Have a good one.